Karnataka. We're here today with the team from Poser Deep, and they're doing some fantastic work. We're delighted to have them. Why don't we go ahead and hear from the team? Tell us a little bit more about your background and expertise. Enrique, why don't you go ahead and get started?
Hello, everyone.
Cool. Yeah. Tell us about yourself and your Web3 experience.
Já.
Pode falar sobre a sua experiência, Henrique, eu traduzo para eles.
Bom, eu tenho basicamente uma experiência em startup, já faz 7 anos. Fundei uma fintech hoje que ela já funcionou no Brasil. Mudei basicamente para a área Web3 e comecei a desenvolver a Poser depois que eu consegui ver que tem um problema real a ser solucionado.
Okay, so Henrique has a lot of experience in the Web3 industry, and he's interested to offer solutions to people. So he has a lot of experience developing and blockchain-based systems and ecosystems, and Poser is his main project.
Excellent. Very cool. And tell us a little bit more and deeply what Poser specifically addresses from like a problem statement perspective.
Okay, I will make an overall presentation, and then Henrique can edit anything, and guys, feel free to ask any questions that you may have. So Poser basically is a blockchain-based ecosystem that offers cloud storage services, smart contract possibilities, and that it has its own token that is the PDR. It offers decentralized computer cloud storage, both for individuals and business. So it's focusing on a market that is already controlled by a small group of big business like AWS, Google Clouds, and so on. And more competition would be way better for the consumer and for business. Also offering more privacy, more freedom to the user. It's not bound to any regulation or any governmental monitoring or anything like that. So it's an ecosystem for the user and for business that can use users hardware that isn't being used, like GPUs, CPUs, and storage capacities that is idle and could be allocated and even rented by users to other users and business. So basically, Poser is the Airbnb of cloud computing and storage.
Okay, excellent. So tell us a little bit more about the problem that it specifically addresses.
Henrique, o problema que a Poser se propõe a resolver, basicamente.
Bacana. Hoje a gente está basicamente pode falar para ele que a gente está na América Latina, no eixo entre Brasil, Colômbia, Argentina e Chile. Os demais países aqui, eles utilizam muito infraestrutura AWS e cloud. Ou seja, o poder da infraestrutura está basicamente na mão de 2 players. E a demanda por esse tipo de serviço é muito alta. As empresas aqui acabam pagando muito caro e a gente percebeu que tem um problema a ser resolvido quando a gente vê que tem muitas pessoas que têm uma máquina parada e conseguem utilizar essa máquina com recurso ocioso. Então, a Poser, basicamente, ela vai conectar uma infraestrutura totalmente descentralizada na América Latina para essas empresas, utilizando a blockchain da Poser.
So, Tony, translating for you guys. Basically, the issue that Poser aims to solve is offering accessible and trustworthy cloud storage to the end user and to business. Because in Latin America, for example, the actual scenario is that this technology is basically in the hands of 2 or 3 big companies, and the costs are too high. The services aren't that trustworthy. There is a lot of data leakage that is publicly new about this cloud story. And so Poser aims to offer a better alternative, a competitive an alternative to these clothing and storage services, also giving users the opportunity to rent the all hardware, take all data processing capacity. So this creates a decentralized network that doesn't rely on big data centers or anything like that. That is most accessible in terms of infrastructure and also to the end user and business. So basically, it's the main issue that Poser aims to solve. A service that is too controlled by the only few players, and that is must for business and people online, and that should be more accessible in a market that should have more competition.
Very cool. Why don't you go ahead and share your screen? Walk us through what you have prepared for us today.
Ok, isso will be a pleasure. Henrique, pode fazer o compartilhamento da tela?
Now we can see your screen?
Yes, that's the platform, that's the website of Poser in its current state.
Love the sci-fi look.
Yeah, something like Star Trek, anything like that.
Hoje o visual do site ele é meio cyberpunk, mas ele está bem detalhado. Dentro do site tem a aba TestNet Live, eles conseguem dar uma olhada no formato da TestNet, ela já basicamente operando, tá? Então aqui é a TestNet em pleno funcionamento de basicamente como que ela vai funcionar.
Okay, so Tony, an important information that Henrique is just sharing with us is that the testnet is online, the blockchain is ready, so the main infrastructure is already finished and operational.
Aqui, ó, ele consegue basicamente acompanhar as últimas transações, os blocos que estão basicamente fazendo a validação.
So also in this section, you can see the history of the last transactions and authentication. So you can have realistic grasp of its current activity, what users are doing on the platform, and the influx and the traffic of activity on it on a live method. So you can have a realistic overview of the network of the Poser infrastructure in real time.
Aqui também é possível ver um pouco, basicamente, dos blocos que já foram minerados na versão testnet, e também tem algumas métricas referente a computador, capacidade, IoT device e geografia de onde está sendo rodado esses nodes, tá?
Okay, also Tony and everyone that are watching us right now, in this part, you can access data like the countries where this traffic is coming from, and the activity based on the country, where the users are coming from, and also how much of the token was mined inside the platform. And you have metrics that shows these numbers, like data storage available, data storage and code storage that's being used. So you have a better overview of the code capacity instead just like paying for your code storage, but you don't know anything about the overall structure. With Poser, you have this grasp, you have this overview of the network as a whole, how much data can be allocated, how much data is available, how much room for new services, how much is being already being used. So it's a better overview for users and business.
Dentro do site também é possível a gente ter acesso à parte de tokenomics, vai ter acesso à parte de roadmap. Lá no roadmap, no roadmap ele consegue ver todas as fases que o projeto já se encontra. O projeto está muito bem avançado, tá?
Okay, also Tony, you can access the roadmap and follow the current stage, how the project is going, what it it already has and what is being built, what's going to be live, what's already online, so you can have a better understanding of its current state. It's not like a promise or a dream or we are going to maybe do this or that. You have a real grasp of the project in its current state as it is and where it aims to be.
Awesome. Very cool. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind too, it would be great if you could highlight a little bit more about the product roadmap.
Ok, we'll do it. Henrique, o Tony quer que você explique mais sobre o roadmap.
Bacana. Bom, a primeira fase, Jean, do nosso roadmap, ela está basicamente aqui, ó. A gente já tem uma estrutura arquitetada pronta. A gente já tem basicamente um token pronto, ele não foi lançado ainda, e a gente tem uma blockchain no formato testnet pronta. A blockchain atual ela vai ser compatível com o EVM. Essa parte basicamente está pronta e a testnet que você está vendo que está rodando, ela também está pronta. O que a gente está fazendo? A gente está rodando ela com 47 nodes. Esses nodes basicamente são pequenas empresas ou pequenos usuários que estão fazendo o teste para a gente ver se a gente percebe basicamente alguma falha ou algum erro nesse período de teste. Atualmente a gente está rodando essa fase já faz basicamente pouco mais de 30 dias, por aí.
Okay, so Tony, answering your question, as you can see on the roadmap, it's pretty advanced and it's in its development stage yet, but the blockchain is ready. The tokens are ready, but they are going to be launched yet because they need to do all the testing, and they are currently at the testing stage. So they have been running this testing for 1 month, and they count with 47 nodes that are basically individual users and small business that are running this cold storage sharing service to test if there are any issues, if there are any room for improvement, and the quality of the project overall. So basically, they are in this current stage of the testing, and it's already been going on for over 30 days. So they have a good experience putting it live and seeing how it really works.
O que basicamente essa segunda fase aqui, ó, é a fase que a gente está nesse momento. Nessa fase a gente está desenvolvendo o Nodes para os clientes, ou seja, o Nodes para empresas. As empresas vão basicamente instalar esse Nodes no computador. A gente vai reter parte da memória ou aquela parte que o cliente quer fornecer através da blockchain. A gente vai conectar isso através de uma rede P2P, utilizando a cadeia da Pose, e vai ligar isso ao cliente final. Então, o cliente ele vai ter um software no computador dele e a empresa vai ter outro software onde ela compra através do P2P. Essa é a parte que a gente está terminando de desenvolver.
Okay, so Tony, I'm sorry for us interrupting you. And there's more info about this development process. It's on this phase 2 development, and basically what we are doing is test our software, and its late stage should be deployed to the user, to the market. And basically, you as a user can download our software to allocate your resources that you want to allocate to rent to other people or business, and business will have a software to buy these resources. So basically, this is what's being developed and tested, and it's being tested for like 30 days. So it's not something like, oh, we just deployed yesterday and we are trying to see how it goes. We have no idea how it's going to be. No, we have a good grasp and a good overall picture of how it works. It could be a software that can be downloaded to any system that is accessible to anyone, anywhere. So that's pretty much the current development stage.
Awesome. Yeah, it would be great if you can highlight a little more about the token utility and tokenomics?
Amazing, we'll do it. Henrique, o Tony disse para falar mais sobre o token e os tokenomics.
Certo. O token, basicamente, ele vai ser o token PZR, ele é conectado à nossa cadeia. O supply dele é um supply de 200 milhões. Na parte de tokenomics, você consegue ver como que está feita totalmente a distribuição dele. Então, boa parte está sendo alocada aqui na parte de DePIN, 15% para a comunidade, 20% em stake, 10% para DAO, 10% para seed, liquid. Tem basicamente essas informações que você está vendo aqui, já. Eu não sei se você consegue ter acesso, mas aqui é 200 milhões de PZR e ele está distribuído nessa parte aqui. Vê se você consegue acessar.
Consigo visualizar aqui, você pode me passar o site depois, mas eu já consigo visualizar.
Tá, só ele essa distribuição aí.
Okay, so Tony, this is the tokenomics information on the platform. Basically, to be going to launch 200 million Poser, PZR, that's the token used by Poser. And you have an idea where these tokens are going to be allocated. And in this infographic here, you can see each section or each category and how many tokens are going to be allocated to them. So there's no like speculation or the fear of going out of coins or tokens. You have information about how much coins are going to be released, where they are going to be allocated. So it's more trustworthy both to the users and business. And this is going to be done when the testing process is finished.
All right, excellent. Well, great product, absolutely fascinating solution, and super eager to chat with you guys more. Thank you so much for joining today.
So thank you, Tony. It was our pleasure. Sorry for the issues, but in the end, everything went perfectly. And it's an amazing opportunity to showcase a service that's more than welcome in a market that's controlled by just a few players.
Excellent. Greatly appreciate it. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye now.
Thank you.